And you gotta watch out when you get cars on your ass, because they'll try to pressure you into going down the hill faster than you're comfortable with and passing you like a like that. Manure. I hate manure. And it's not rolling away. Oh god. Oh god. Don't look over the edge. I think I want to make this right turn here if I remember. Yeah. Carter Lake. So watch this head turn. Boom. Looking through the turn. I'm already looking up around as far as I can see the road going up this hill. Identifying for other traffic, maybe potentially coming down the hill at me. Another motorcycle cruising along. Notice that arrow is kind of like a twisty S shape. Letting me know that there's some curvature coming up. So watch those head turns, right? Now I'm pointing my nose like all the way across this bridge already to the rock wall over there. Now this left arrow, it's like turn! Don't hit the guardrail! So a buoy out there. What if you saw someone drowning right now out there? Would you pull your bike over and go jump in there and try to save them? Or would you just be like, huh? And then keep going? Man, look at that view open up. Oh. Probably can't see it very good on the GoPro. Those little mountains over there are super badass coming around that turn. I remember there was some sand up in this corner too, so we'll see if it's still there. It kind of looks like it from here already. It says drifting sand and snow. That's a great sign to see. So they already know this area is prone to have this beach sand kind of blow up on the road. So you identify that sign ahead of time on your motorcycle, and then you just slow it down and ride right over it like that, and then there's no problem. Or you're distracted by the beautiful view and you ignore that sign and you come ripping up on that, and then you realize, oh crap, there's some sand, and then you go, wah! Crash and explode and die like an idiot. Little sailboat out there on the lake. Now this one, left turn, 20 miles per hour. So I can start downshifting, reducing my speed ahead of time, set up a good outside position there, point my nose, avoid the sand. No big deal. A couple more little cool sailboats chilling there. Yeah, this area is so cool, man. There's your big ting ting. There's big ting ting here. Okay, we're gonna pull it off for a sec. See if I can hold the friction zone and do this. Actually, just kill it, make it easy. Now this bike's in gear. Set it down on this kind of steep incline. It's not rolling away. Oh god. If you leave it in neutral or something instead, then go rolling down the hill. Yeah, it's nice out. Look at that. As soon as I got the clutch in now, so it's disengaging that first gear, so it just roll back down the hill. So now watch this. I'm gonna trade off my brake. I'm gonna find the friction zone. Now let go of the brake. Now I'm not rolling. So I squeeze the clutch in, I roll, I engage that gear. Now the bike's already pulling forward. So I'm not using any brakes, no foot brake, no front brake, just friction zone. Keep the bike from rolling downhill on you. Notice you can come ripping up through here and get yourself in trouble real quick and biff it on these little mellow nothing turns. Or you can just come through here and take your time and look ahead and not be a dum-dum and have an enjoyable experience and a good ride. Pretty easy options to consider. That sign was like a steep downhill grade, so that sets you up, anticipate what's coming here, some little downhill section. Set up your lines through here, pointing your nose, looking at the curvature of these roads. You can kind of judge what kind of rate of speed you have heading towards these curves. Are you coming in too fast? Do you need to slow down? You want to get all that speed adjustment done before, set yourself up for success. It's going to make for smoother lines and better path through the curves. Just make your adjustment beforehand. Notice I'm just chilling my speed, doing about 40 right now. Not even touching my throttle. Bike's just maintaining this kind of speed down the hill. I can just gently push on my hand grips to navigate these curves. Pushing on the left one. Notice my right hand's just floating here. No big deal. This is a pretty steep one here. So I can already start shedding some speed here is what I'm doing. This sign says it's kind of a sharper looking turn. I'm down to about 35. I might even downshift the gear right there. Now I'm pointing my nose, and then now I'm accelerating out of that, setting myself up for success. Whereas I could come flying down that hill, doing all kinds of downshifting and engine braking, abrupt adjustments. Or I can just take your time nice and slow and smooth. No big deal. Make sure it's nice and clear before you pull out at any of these crossroads here. You can see this car flying around the curve here a little bit. I guess they're not flying, but coming around the curve. We've already seen sand on the road, so you can just kind of keep that in mind as you're cruising, that these roads might not be perfect out here and clear. Motocycle. That place is really cool. Little horse ranch. Watch this turn here. Little downshift. Nice outside position. Pointing my nose. Accelerating up. Outside here. Pointing my nose. Accelerating up. Into the outside here. Pointing my nose. Moving to the apex. Putting myself in position for this one. Maintaining speed. Pointing my nose. I'm only doing like 40 through there. Nice and mellow. You want to stick to the outside until you can see the exit of your turn. So if I hold this outside edge, I'm pointing my nose. Now I can see it open up. Now I can move my way in. Set myself up again to the outside. Stick to this outside edge, pointing my nose. Up this hill already towards the top. Pointing my nose. Setting myself up. I see that U-turn 20-mile-per-hour sign. So I'm going to reduce it a little bit here. Anticipation for more of a sharp turn. Maybe some assholes ripping around the turn. Coming into my lane, coming at me. Never know what's around the corner, right? Until you can see. If you can't see, then you don't know. Simple as that. I can't see, I don't know. That's how I'm setting up my position each time. As I work to the apex, I'm putting myself in position on the outside for the next turn. Lowers your chances of running wide in the turn, going off the road, flying off the ravine down into the crevasse. The crevasse. Ooh, I like these little, I don't know, crevasse. Caress the crevasse. Ooh, I like this turn here. Set yourself up outside, pointing your nose, aiming through. Now notice if you just stick to kind of a middle path, right? Trying to stay centered in the lane, that can be kind of a safe spot. Then you have a margin for error on either side, either needing to adjust left or right. Or you can kind of get closer to the line here, set yourself up, start looking, stick to the outside. I can see up the hill, so I can start working inside. Now I'm in position on the outside for this left turn. One looks a little sharp, so I reduce some speed, set it up, lean my body a little bit, holding my lean, accelerating through. Same thing here, looking. That's where my nose is pointing. Should be kind of centered in the camera view where my nose is. Notice I'm not looking straight where the bike is pointing. I'm looking beyond that, right? Through the turn. These turns are pretty super mellow still, so I don't have to be like cranking my neck around left and right. You can kind of see that little minimal boom head turn. Watch this one here. Looking straight. Now boom, there's the head turn. Now notice just because I turn my head doesn't mean I have to turn my bike. So head's turned, the bike's still going straight. Now I can push on that grip to lean the bike to start navigating the turn. So let's try to see it again on this one. I'm going straight. I'm trying to maintain this outside position next to the yellow line here. I'm already starting to turn my head a little bit there, looking through this crevasse. But now, if I can see the road start to curve or tighten, then I can initiate that push to cause the lean, right? So let's say an example here on the straightaway. Let's say the curve was right here. I could turn my head. Now I could push and start to bring it in, right? So let's watch it here maybe. So turn my head first, boom. Now push to start bringing the bike in. So try to separate those two things. Body, head, then bike, right? You can get your body position figured out, you can get your head turned, and then lastly you can start pushing that counter steer to get the bike to come in with you, right? So watch here, my body's over, my head's turned now, and now lastly I can start pushing on this hand grip to bring that bike in. And this is just, you know, mild sneak peek, play around examples, but you can apply that if these curves were actually tight and I was going at a decent rate of speed and actually needed to apply any of this stuff. Right now I can just kind of hang out neutral and navigate through here with my pinky and my toe and sing songs and not even really put any effort in, but if you needed to, right? You could be all down here engaged and involved and whipping your bike around in body position and good head turns, all that stuff. So notice some more steep downhill grades down here coming into some turns. I'm gonna pull off at this left area here. There's a little rest stop I remember. So we're gonna check this kind of blind left corner there first. Make sure it looks clear before we just go ripping down here. And notice I'm coming down into this kind of gravel area. So I'm just reducing my speed. I have my clutch squeezed in right now and I'm on my rear brake, just nice and light. And I'm just giving it a little tiny touch of front brake. And then I'm gonna just pull it right up here by the old trashy McCann. Watching out for any glass or nails or bull crap. Kind of like loose sandy gravel here. Boom, just like that. Park it. Last time I came out here, there's this big water feature. Yeah, I guess this big pond right here. They have this orange stuff here, kind of creating this barrier because there's this like big whirlpool action happening. Yeah, looks like it's still there. So they have it like cordoned off so you don't go swimming in there and get sucked into this whirlpool in the center. These signs probably say it. Danger, don't go swimming, there's a whirlpool. Yeah, it says no swimming, no entry, submerged, intake, stay out, stay alive. Let's go take a closer look. Yeah, I like that though. Stay out, stay alive. There's your warning, right? They tried to warn you. And this is where you get bit by a rattlesnake. Yeah, check it out. Hopefully you guys can see that there in the middle. Yeah, a little spiral going, little whirlpool action. Definitely makes me tempted to go cannonball right into that thing and see if it sucks me down into a Super Mario tunnel or something. Who knows, maybe that's the door to Narnia or something like that. Could go on a wild adventure. But you're actually just in a coma for like 8 years. Living on life support in a hospital room somewhere. I don't know if anybody ever seen that show, Uncle from Another World, I think it's called. It's a little anime. That's a pretty funny one. Locked door for privacy. Please close lid after use. Thank you. You're welcome. We'll see if I close the lid after use. Kind of feeling like I won't. Hey, yeah. Gotta kick it from the back, catch it from the front. And then you come out and see someone riding off on your motorcycle. Say, wait, come back. And this thing looks pretty in the certain lighting, that orange. Them green wheels popping pretty cool. I like hearing all the little froggies. So majestic. Good, how are you? What kind of dog is that?
A Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Beautiful.
Nice ride up.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gotta watch for some sand in some of the corners.
Oh, yeah, I ride too, and I would say be careful going down this time because of the deer are everywhere.
Okay, cool. Appreciate the tip.
Have fun.
Yeah, have a nice night. Fluffy dog. It's cute. Alrighty. Do a little light stretching. Oh, that felt amazing. Yeah, there's some deer right there. I think he was talking about. I see him. Little white butts going right up the hillside there. Alright. Let's skedaddle. I got it in second gear now. Just holding a nice little steady throttle right up the hill. Get up out of this stuff. Peeking back, looking over. Making sure there's no one coming. Yeah, look at them all right there. Put the visor down so you don't get any buggies in the eyeballs. So now here's a tip for you. We came up, but now treat the way back down like a completely different world, right? Because the whole thing is gonna be flipped. Notice here, maintenance throttle. I'm just kind of letting the bike coast. I don't have my clutch squeezed in, but I'm just letting the engine kind of do its thing coming down the hill. I'm not even adding any throttle in right now. And I'm still accelerating a little bit just from the momentum, picking up some speed going down. You can keep it in a lower gear if you want to keep your speed in check, and the engine will help keep you from running away. If I put it all the way in 6th gear, the engine will allow the bike to go a little faster. If I keep it down like 3rd or 4th, then the engine will assist me in keeping my speed down, coming down the hill. Man, that'd be a good one to launch off right there. Yeah, look at that view, huh? a whole new world. But notice I put it in like fourth now. You could hear it. I was building up some speed. Now I got a little sharper turn here, so I'm reducing some speed ahead of time. I'm getting myself in position. I downshifted. Now look at my head turn. I'm already aiming. Now I can accelerate through there. Now I got a right turn coming up, so I'm positioning myself over here to the left, aiming my head. Can stick to this outside edge, looking towards the exit all the way as far as I can see. Staying to the outside still, reducing speed because it's a pretty blind corner here. Could be a car, another biker come ripping around there right in my face. Now look how I just kind of link these turns smoothly. Reduce some speed again there, aiming, sticking to this outside, reduce some more speed right there. It tightens up a little bit here. Now I'm pointing my nose, noticing those skid marks that went sliding off in the guardrail. Looked like a single track, could have been a motorcycle. Saying, oh shit. Reduce some speed, point the nose. Now look at this one, pointing my nose all the way up there. Navigate all these one-handed, no big deal. Just take your time, right? No rush. Slow it down before. Aim. Coming around the turn. Hug it in tight at the apex. Set yourself up for the next turn. Then you gotta watch out when you get cars on your ass and stuff like that, because they'll try to pressure you into going down the hill faster than you're comfortable with and passing you like a dipshit like that. So you gotta watch out for them. Ride your own ride. Don't let someone else dictate how fast or slow you go. Take your time. Be safe. Set yourself up in an outside spot. Point your nose. Accelerate into and through. Reduce your speed. Outside. Point your nose. Now I can start to accelerate. Look at this one. Slow it down ahead of time. Outside spot here, pointing my nose. Same thing over and over and over again. There it is right there. There's some of this red gravel and sand right here in this section, so you can reduce your speed, reduce your lean angle ahead of time. Don't come carving around that turn too aggressively. Or this one here, might biff it. Take your time with these. No rush. It's not a race. But it could be your life on the line if you come mobbing through here kind of being stupid about it. It could get you in big trouble and get you killed. As you go flying off, see enough skid marks through here, it should give you a kind of an indicator that some people come flying through here and don't do it the right way and then have to stomp on those brakes and try to save it. Just like that, we're down the hill, right? You can take a peek back where you came from, take a peek of where you're going next. This little cow right by the roadside. There's like a llama, alpaca llama, little horsey right here. Hey horse. Like when they stick their head through the fence to get at the good stuff. Like, I'm in this whole field of the exact same stuff, but I want that stuff right on the other side of the fence right there. You can practice your counter steering and stuff while you're on these straightaways. Keep your arms and body loose. Maybe you got a little stiffened up cruising through those curves, so loosen yourself up, relax a little bit, breathe. And watch this one here. I'm slowing down, aiming my nose around this grassy hill. I can stay to this outside edge here. And then I can start to work my way to the middle. I think this is my turn right here. Yeah, this is the one that goes back up that steep hill that we came down earlier. Yeah, it's another good tip if you're in kind of unexplored areas, just out riding and having a good time, then pay attention to some of these landmarks, like a big green roof building. You can find your way back out later. I think one of my buddies used to live in that house. Every time I come up here, I think that's the one. Partied in it at least once or twice, and I remember the backyard was like a hillside like that. Could still live there. Hey, if you live there still, buddy, then hi. Or I could be totally off, who knows. Samsonite! I was way off. Comment down below if you know what movie that's from. 10 points if you get it right. Notice here we made it up the hill. Back onto some more level kind of grade here. We don't want to ever get complacent in these curves in this area. We're watching for sand, we're watching for deer, we're watching these curves. Even though we're getting a little loose and familiar, we don't want to get stupid. We don't want to become complacent and too comfortable, thinking that we're hot shit and that we can rip all through here, no problem, and no potential hazards to deal with. We already know there's some potential hazards, so ride accordingly, like deer Xing, right? Trucks pulled over. Gotta take your time, be careful, watch for people and stuff, watch for trailers slowing down and stopping in the road, navigating where to go. I like their little camper that they're hauling. Thing looks sweet. Kind of like a, hey, look at that big old turkey. I wonder if maybe I'll be able to zoom in on that thing. That thing was pretty cool. Big old turkey just chilling. Yeah, it looked like a space age toilet or something. Big silver camper shell. The Super Toilet 5000. In Soviet Russia, toilet flush you. Now we're coming back around where we stopped earlier here. This little like clubhouse, sailboat rental zone. I think they have kayaks and stuff down there you can rent too. So if you're ever up here, yeah, marina store at Carter Lake. There you go. You can go rent yourself a little kayak and paddle around on the lake if you want. Now we're back to this bridge. We remember there's a huge patch of red sand on the left lane over here up ahead. Kind of want to ride through it just to show how it's a non-issue. See if we get an opportunity. As long as you ride smooth and straight up and no abrupt changes, then nothing to worry about. We got a truck coming. This big stretch of sand, you can either just adjust your lane position, avoid it altogether, or if you did ride through it, then you could just do so nice and smooth and easy and not worry one bit. The water looks pretty right now. Got these cool dark shades going on. Hopefully I don't run out of gas up here though. So have a long walk to the gas station, that's for sure. It's all pretty right now. Notice we're just cruising. I'm not trying to bully this camper to go fast, giving them plenty of space, just chilling. Don't want to be riding people's butts up through these curves and stuff. Give people space to make adjustments, to make changes, to make mistakes. Give yourself some space to make adjustments, to make changes, to make mistakes. Don't have to be perfect or on your game every second all the time. As long as you have a little bit of space cushion and stuff like that, you'll be just fine. The new t-shirt, right? Take your time, you'll be just fine. Take your time, you'll be just fine. See you later, Space Toilet. Oh, Airstream. Space Toilet 5000. Still watching for some sand and some deers. Watching for these signs that indicate some turns up ahead. I think we remember some sand in this one, maybe. Maybe not. But just in case, reduce your speed ahead of time. Maybe downshift it a bit. Maybe look ahead. Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff. Yeah, take your time through a place like this, right? What's the rush? Appreciate the beautiful scenery. Watch for falling rock. Tribe's still looking for them. Take your time, take your time. Take your time through these roads, baby. Appreciate it all. Be thankful to be alive. Appreciate it. Imagination. Got some more tight turns here again. Downshift it. Reduce some speed. Point my nose. Accelerate into and through. Upshift. Give it some juice. Got the stop sign up ahead. That's a really useful one. Let you know, hey man, you're gonna need to stop up ahead. Downshift it. Downshift it again. Using some brakes. Downshifting some more. Check out this thing coming. Thing's pretty sweet. Make sure the coast is clear. Watch for the deers. Make sure there's no more crossing over as they go bouncing down the hill there. Just because we saw those two, there might be another two right up ahead doing the same dance. So, and this road's gonna snake around, so we might encounter those exact same two deer crossing over our path again right down here. Let's find out. But we already have that anticipation and that awareness that it might happen. Notice my head turn here, looking all the way around towards the right. Noticing the vehicle coming. Now we're watching, scanning already for those deer. See if they come pouncing through these bushes here in front of the road. We're scanning for them, we're looking, watching just in case. We're keeping our speed nice and low there in case they come bounding out at us. Oh, there's the gas light. Just came on. Hopefully we got a little time. It just runs up. You had your warning. About 10 seconds worth. So just because we're out of the mostly curvy area doesn't mean we should stop watching for sand or deer. Especially the deer, right? You can come jumping right across this straight section just the same. So watch out for them. Keep your eyes open, keep them scanning, keep anticipating threats and hazards, stuff that might try and kill you on your motorcycle. Some of these bumps are pretty wicked too. Bumpy, bumpy boy. So I'm not only looking at the road, but I'm scanning the edges of the road, watching for wildlife. Don't want to be surprised by anything last second come jumping out, right? I want to be looking ahead. See it coming ahead of time. Make sure you know where the road's going. Curving which way. Reduce some speed before the curve. Look through the curve. Accelerate through the curve. Adjust for little bounces and bumps. Yeah. Looks like a good time to get out of there too. It's starting to get a little dark, especially with all those clouds and stuff. I think I've seen deer even run across the road in this stretch before, so this could be an example of where you become complacent. Like, oh, I finally made it out, the main road's right up ahead. You kind of relax a little bit, get off your guard, and then here comes some deer jumping across the road, so never become complacent. You can be relaxed, but mentally you should be aware, paying attention, focused, anticipating bad things, looking out for stop signs. There's a stop sign, and then there's a stop sign. And the sky is so cool. These dark clouds, these blues and turquoise and pinks right now, sunset. So pretty. I need to head straight to the old gas station. Didn't think we were that low, but apparently. So for this truck and trailer coming around the curve. You got enough stuff to focus on your own. You got to watch for these other vehicles as well, right? If you're doing everything right and they make a mistake, then you're gonna have to adjust for them, right? So you got to keep an eye on everything. So way back in the day, I think I had some homies die right here. They were on a lunch break, drinking and driving. They got in a crash, and I think their truck rolled over into that little pond right there, and they died. Try to pay them a little tribute coming through. Give them a little nod of remembrance or something, right? Just say, hey, I remember you. I remember you. Racing to the gas station before we run out. Kind of that springtime smell in the air. Flowers and grass and horse shit. Manure. I hate manure. Alright, comment down below if you know where that one's from. 10 points if you get it. You could have a whole 20 points by now if you got them both right so far. I'll have to think of some more to challenge you. These are two pretty easy ones so far. Oh, something. It's kind of cool design. Notice we just made it through the intersection where people seem to crash and die with no issue once again. No problem. I don't know what the speed limit is through this stretch right here, but 45 sounds like a safe bet. You can still have fun doing the speed limit. Carving around a little bit on your motorcycle. Starting to smell some little foodie foods. Smells kind of goody good. Getting kind of hungry. Here we are in the roundabout again. Especially these sport bikes, you can flick them around so easy. Super lightweight and nimble. Flick, flick, flick. I always hit this one patch of bumps right up here. I'm gonna try to. I was trying to say I was gonna try to avoid it this time, but it's like I hit them worse than ever there. Need some gasoline somewhere. Kind of has that closed look to it though. isn't it? I don't know. Hard to tell. I see an open sign. Should be good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Still got our flyer up on the wall. Instructor Cory. Are you able to break 100? I probably only need like $7 or $8 in gas. I don't want to screw your drawer, clean you out or anything.
Yeah, I could do it.
You got it? Okay.
92.
Thank you. Let's find out how much it takes. Took all that, did ya? Got room for more in there? That'll be enough for now. In this video, I'm going to show you how to ride a motorcycle through a roundabout. It's such a mystery that we need to make a whole video about doing this. And then this. And just like that, now you know how to ride a motorcycle through a roundabout. Yippee skippy. Zippity doo dah. Whoopity doo. 25 miles per hour. Nice and smooth, nice and easy, baby. Nice and smooth, nice and easy, baby.